Today we are going to be talking about my DP610 technology module. This is in support of my studio project Physical Physics, an educational model for illustrating the fundamental mechanical engineering principles, aimed at about Key Stage 4 GCSE Physics. Here we will be discussing the 4 technologies I have chosen to develop my knowledge in. Technology 1. Mechanisms. The first technology I looked at was the mechanisms, trying to establish how to recreate them in an interactive and engaging way that also helps with illustrating their function and uses. Initially, this involved making the mechanisms and referring to 501 Mechanical Movements by Henry T. Brown. This book illustrates a multitude of mechanisms for many different applications. I then developed test models for user testing and feedback. The knowledge gained went on to influence the format that the final product would take. Technology 2. Computer-aided design. The next technology was computer-aided design for the creation of 3D models for prototyping and iteration using SolidWorks, a CAD/CAM software package from Dassault Systems. I went through a LinkedIn Learning course to brush up on my skills for creating 3D models to be used in 3D printing and renders. These models were also used in conjunction with the later technology, vector graphics editing, to create color tests and the box art for my packaging. Technology 3. Vector graphics editing. As mentioned, I also looked into vector graphics editing, choosing to use Adobe Illustrator. Utilizing LinkedIn Learning once again to learn the essentials and begin making the graphics needed for my hero shot. Illustrator also allowed me to create the box art for the packaging of my project. Whilst building the website for my Physical Physics project, I used Illustrator to create the assets, such as logos and diagrams. I also used Illustrator to create the .dxf files for the laser cutters early on in the process to create the prototypes and test models of mechanisms mentioned earlier. Technology 4. Video editing. The final tech I looked at was video editing, something that I have not had much experience in beyond stringing a few clips together. Adobe's Premiere Pro was the software I had access to, so I found one last LinkedIn Learning course and completed it. Its main use was for the construction and editing of my promotional video, allowing me to compile the product proposition as well as adding voiceover and music, balancing these effectively and exporting in a .mp4 format for use in the Degrees Show and new designers. My name is Will Moores and thank you for watching.